Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 8th, and today I'm going to read out of Matthew chapter 14, which I'm sure you might have heard this before, but let's just go over it again because sometimes you see things in a different light when you go over it again, especially out loud or with someone else. Let's see here. It starts with chapter 14, verse 25. Now in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went to them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It's a ghost!" And they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Be of good cheer, it's I. Do not be afraid." And Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." So he said, "Come." And when Peter had gone down out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid and began to sink. He cried out, saying, "Lord, save me." And immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him and said to him, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased. You know, that's really quite a miracle. They were out in the middle of the sea. Jesus had gone off by himself. He didn't always have to have the disciples with him. In fact, I think he went to pray for a while, and to him it was normal. Okay, I'll go to the disciples. I'll just walk on the sea till I get there. One thing that I noticed here is Peter said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." You know, sometimes we jump right out of that boat and we just start going. And we forget to ask God for his blessing, for his approval, for his help, to know that it is truly him wanting us to do something. Think about that. What are you needing to do, and have you talked to God about it? Have you asked him, "Lord, if it's you, give me the ability to get out of this boat and walk on water. Bless me with your approval. Tell me this is what you want." You don't have to wait for a magical sign. You just have to ask for his approval and then give it a little time and wait. And if you feel it is right according to God, then you can do it. But you may get a feeling that, this is not really something I should be spending my time on. But that doesn't happen unless you wait, unless you ask God, "Lord, let me come to you in this way," and then wait for his answer, because Jesus said, "Come." So then Peter knew he could come. I mean, this is just a little thing that I picked up out of this that I didn't really realize was there, for us. And, but another thing, okay, Peter got Jesus' approval. He was starting to walk on the water. Everything's going great. And then the wind picked up. In other words, things started happening. Things started looking a little scary. And then Peter lost his faith and he started to sink on the water. It's all going great sometimes, and then all of a sudden something starts up that makes it look like, this is a little scary. I'm getting uncertain here. Where was that faith that you asked God, "Tell me to get out of the boat. Give me your approval." And when you feel you have God's approval, you go for it. Even when the going gets rough, when the winds start kicking up, it doesn't mean you stop. It means you keep going. Because you've already asked God for his approval. You've already waited until you know for sure it's right. So you've got everything together. It doesn't matter whether wind blows or not. Things come, happen, doesn't matter. Keep going. Keep going. Have your faith. It's easy to say, "I believe." But it's a whole nother thing when you got to put it into action. So try it with the small things, so that when the big thing comes along and you're in the boat and it's night and you have to walk on water, you can do it. So start practicing your faith today. God bless you and have a great day.